everyone, you're welcome to another interesting pattern drafting tutorial. On today's tutorial, I'll be sharing with you how to make this simple fleece dress with flower design. This is a very interesting tutorial to watch, trust me, and I'll be sharing with you how to make a full circle dress, what you can do if you want it to be smaller, and how to make the flower design and make it sit perfectly on the dress. If this sounds like what you're interested in knowing how I did it, then you have to stick around till the end. Without wasting much of your time, let's get right into the video. So to do this, the first thing to do is to start with a plain paper, and the next thing I do was just to rule a starting line, just as you can see right here. So after that, the next is to go ahead and draw the half of shoulder measurement divided by 2, and I marked at 2 points and then drew my vertical line, just as you can see. So the next is to take the basic neckline of 3 by 3, 3 inches here and 3 inches downward. Then I used my armhole curve rule to connect those 2 points. So now, having done this, the next thing to do is to drop the shoulder by 1 inch, and after that I'll connect to the neckline just like this. So the next is to go ahead and take the bust measurement divided by 4. Now if your bust measurement is 40, for instance, you're going to divide it by 4, which is 10, and that is what you're going to mark here. Mark at least 2 points and then draw your perfect vertical line, just as you can see me do right here. So now after drawing that, the next is to take the front half length, and when you mark that, that is from shoulder to your waistline, okay, your natural waistline. So mark 2 points and then draw a perfect horizontal line just like this. Now the next is to go ahead and take the chest line across chest, which is 5 inches drop there, and then on that 5 inches drop I had to go in by 3/4 inch. So use these points to mark the half of armhole measurement. That is what I did, and I'll use my armhole curve rule and connect those points just like this, okay? So now the next is the bust point, or the bust level, right, from the shoulder at neck to where the nipple point is. So when you mark that, ensure that it is as bust to bust. Bust to bust is from one nipple point to the other horizontally. So mark still bust to bust here, mark ½ inch on both sides of the bust to bust on the waistline. So you draw by 1 inch here and also ensure it is at bust to bust. So we had to connect these 2 points like this to make our dart. So having done this, the next thing to do is to go ahead and take the gown length. So any length that you want your gown to be, you go ahead and take that, okay? So I decided to take this length from the waistline so that I'll get the perfect length that I want. But note that you have to take the exact length that you want for your dress, okay? So now this is the hip level, which is always 8 inches or 8 1/4, or even 8.5 if your client is quite tall. All right, so now this is the waist measurement divided by 4 plus 1 inch dart intake. That is what you're going to mark here, and I connected to the side just like this. So the next thing to do is to go ahead and measure the hip on this hip level, right? So hip measurement divided by 4 is what I measured there, and I'll just go ahead and mark. Now these are very important. These measurements are very important because it will be a guide to how full your dress will be, right? I connected this to the hemline and also took it down to the hem. I connected to the waistline, I took it down to the hem. Now what I'm doing now is to complete the dart leg of this. Now I will draw a vertical line to get to the hem of the dress, just like this, okay? So having done this, I will go ahead and draw a straight line further at the middle of the dart, and I had to take the side bust dart now. So feel free to take the difference between the front and the back half length of your client, okay? So now after doing that, I had to shed that part because I'll be closing it up. So having done this, I will go ahead and cut out. So but before I cut out, I dropped the neckline. So feel free to drop your neckline to the desired level. So that is what I did, and I just drew that line, slightly slanted line. I had to come in here by about 3/4 to ½ inch to 3/4 inch, and I connected to the armhole. Now I had to get this line to the armhole. So here I measured 1½ inches just to form the strap on the dress, right? So after doing that, I had to connect, just as you can see me do right here. So after connecting, this is what I have, and I had to just go ahead and drop here by 1/4 inch, and that is just a contour for the shoulder. Now this contour guideline will help the strap to sit perfectly on the shoulder. I hope this makes sense. So having done this, I will also go ahead and tighten the overbust. Now you can only tighten the overbust if the neckline is low, okay? But if it is not low, what I am doing now is not important. If you dropped your neckline about 5 inches from the basic neckline, then you need a contour guideline for this. That is the overbust tightening, right? Now I took out 3/4 inch total overbust tightening. That is 3/8 on both sides of the middle line. So that is what I did there, and yeah, that is all I have. So the next thing we are going to do now is to go ahead and draft the flower pattern. So pay close attention. Nothing serious is happening here. I'm just confirming the length of the dress. So after confirming, I ensured that the length from the waist to the hem at the center front is the same as the length of the dress from waist to the hem by the side. You can notice that it made a slight curve there. So now to make the flower, I had to draw a horizontal line, just as you can see right here. So after drawing the horizontal line, I had to come down by about 4 inches, 3.5 inches to 4 inches. Okay, it's fine. So I also drew another line there, horizontal line. So the next thing to do here is to take a measurement here, measurement of about 1¼ inches. And then I just had to use my free hand and draw a curve like this. Watch closely to see what I am doing. So having drawn that curve, I also made a curve upwards, a little curve upwards here for the flower. Now this curve upwards that is in convex shape is the highlight of this floral. So make sure that you put it, because that is what is going to make your floral design to sit properly and cup on the dress. I hope this makes sense. So you can see me here trying to make little gather at that convex part, the upper part of the floral, just to see how it sits, and you can agree with me that this is a perfect one. So I'll just go ahead and cut out more of it, and then also cut out the dress, just as you can see me do right here. So now I'll go ahead and cut out the strap and place it one side till when needed. Now watch closely to see what I did here. So I had to cut open the side bust dart, and then I cut out this line that is running from the hem upwards through the dart and to the bust. So that is how you're going to cut yours, and then close up the side bust dart. So after closing all the side bust dart, I will also go ahead and close up the overbust tightening. Yes, that is the contour guideline for the neckline. It's not as if this is a corset or bustier. No, this line it serves as a contour guideline for the neckline of this pattern, right? So having done this, you can see that the lower part is open. So now I will be drawing extra lines. You need these extra lines if you want the fullness of the dress to be more than what we have already, because yes, fullness has been added or transferred, right? That I took in by the side and the contour guideline on the neckline has actually added fullness to this dress. That is this part that is open. But in case you want it to be fuller, like a circle dress, like on the pinned picture, you have to do something extra. And what you're going to be doing is to draw vertical lines on this pattern paper, just as you can see right here. So having drawn that, I had to bring a fresh paper just like this, and I'll place it on it, and then I will be slashing and spreading this pattern. That is the next step. Now, having done this, you can see how I'm slashing and spreading it. Feel free to spread as full as you want. But if you want it to be like what I did in this tutorial, like the pin picture, then you have to follow exactly what I did. Because what I did is a full circle dress, and you can see that spreading it like that, you can even, like this, you can even see half of the circle, which makes up the front part. The remaining half will make up the back part. So this is the half of the sketch circle that I have drawn right here. So now this is the armhole, and here is the neckline. Now, if you don't pay close attention to how much these parts of the cloth has changed, like the neckline, you may be making mistakes. So here is the neckline, and this part is the armhole. So I had to cut out every other part, and I have to note at this point that if you are cutting this on fabric, you must put at least half-inch seam allowances all over and around the dress. But if you want a pocket, of course, the side seam will be more than half. That should be about 1.5 inches, right? So after doing this, I had to cut out. So I cut out, and I'm trying to patch up the second side of the dress after cutting it out, so that it will not take so much paper. Okay, or will I say it is better to do that now in my understanding, right? So now I had to cut out this part, and this is a complete dress without strap right now. So I have to remove the pattern, the original pattern, the basic pattern that I used to alter to this sleeve. And you can see what the neckline looks like and the armhole. I even had to go ahead and label the neckline and the armhole so that I understand perfectly where the armhole started. Very, very important, because when you slash and spread, it has a way of changing the shape of certain places, and you'll be wondering where some pattern parts are really. If you don't label it, you'll be wondering where the neckline started from or where it ended. So now this is me trying to cut out the strap. Now, after cutting it out, this is what I have, and I'm going to measure the length of the strap, and I will take the measurement of the double of this, because it will serve for the front and the back. So if you're cutting on fabric, you're going to notch this point, because that is where you're going to be stitching in front exactly, okay, where I did that marking, right? So now this is it. So I'm going to notch that spot, because you're going to be stitching it on this front part. Mark where your neckline ends, because that is where the strap is going to be joining, right? So you can see how I folded it. That short folded part will be the one that should be at the back, okay? It will be stitched to the back flea. I didn't cut double of this flea, it's exactly the same. This flea, the back is exactly what you can see in front, except you want it to have a higher neckline. Then you have to take that higher neckline or lower neckline on the basic pattern before cutting out. This is so important, before slashing, cutting out, and then slashing and spreading. So now this notched place is where it's going to be stitched on this front part. So once you stitch it down, and yeah, that is it. So I feel this length is okay for the excess length that will be dropping. I'm okay with this length. Note that I cut it in a way that the front and the back flea will be the same. So I had to double the strap sleeve for this circle dress, as you can see, and I've gone ahead to stick it up so that you see exactly what it will look like. You will agree with me that this is absolutely gorgeous. This is so beautiful already. So the next thing I'm going to do is to go ahead and cut out the flowers and form the flowers. Follow this process and you're going to get a perfect circle dress. So now what you can see me shading are the straps. Okay, so after shedding the straps so that it will be visible, just as you can see, you can also see how I stick it to the pattern. So this is exactly what you're going to do. I did not cut the back pattern, but the back is exactly the front. That will make it a full circle dress. But if you want your dress to be smaller, not to be as full as this, feel free to do that. I've already explained it to you how to do that. You don't need to add extra fullness, or even if you add extra fullness, it's not going to be as big as what I added. So this is what our flea dress looks like, or this is what our circle dress looks like. So now after doing this is what we have. I will go ahead and continue with the flower. Yes, so right now I'll go ahead and cut out the flower in different shapes, in not different shapes, in the same shape, but many of it, about 5 pieces of it. So do not forget the convex. The convex, I cut it out and ensure that I put the convex upper, because that is what is going to ensure that the flower sits right on the dress. Looking at this flower, you can see how beautiful it's looking. You can see how properly it is sitting. It's going to sit on the dress like a convex. It's not going to make itself a sort of concave shape, but it will be in the form of convex and lap on the dress. Now this is me trying to see how beautiful it will look on the dress, and you can agree with me that this is perfect, right? This is perfect. Ensure to do exactly what you can see me do in this video. So now I'll just go ahead and stick it up together and then place it on the dress so that you see the beauty. So if you're cutting on fabric, do not forget to put your seam allowances and do every other thing I did to achieve this, every other thing I have done so far to achieve this perfect fit. Okay, so if you have any questions, you can ask in the comments. Of course, I'll be responding to your questions. So you can see how perfect this flower is sitting. Trust me, this is so beautiful. In fact, this video is not doing justice to it. You can put a trimming or a stone or a button at that middle to beautify it. If you enjoyed this tutorial, guys, give me a thumbs up, comment, share, tell a friend to tell a friend about this channel. Do well to subscribe and turn on your notification bell to be the first to know each time I upload my videos. Here on the channel, I share lots of pattern drafting and sewing tutorial videos that you will definitely be learning from. So you can see the final results and you can agree with me that this is a perfect one. Thanks for watching, guys, and thanks for always stopping by to watch my videos. I do not take it for granted. I will see you in my next one. Love you all and bye.